Hello again. Hey, Fire Agate Mark here. I'm going through and grading some fire agate today. So I've got about 40 pounds and it's been soaking. It's got about 2 inches of water over the top, and then there's a few drops of jet dry. I like that it's a wetting agent, so when I'm looking at the stones, it kind of helps enhance the colors. And then there's a few drops of bleach, just in case, because they've been sitting on the ground. You don't know what was crawling over them before, and you don't need to worry about it. So let's see. I've got a few different stations. This is for mud. Anything that flakes off since it's been sitting for days, a lot of that rock breaks off. I've got a hammer to help me break off excess rock, because I don't think people should have to pay for that. So mud, and then commercial grade. Stuff that has some potential, but just isn't really showing the color on the outside, or there's too much host rock versus color. And then we get to medium to choice grade. So this is going to be my favorite pile. I tend to err in favor of the customer, and we'll put in extra stuff and throw in some high grade just because. And then there's going to be high grade and imperial grade for 5 or more colors. And since we were out here, we're doing a few things. We're doing a little panning and got a little bit of color. And keep your water, stay hydrated, and let's get going. Let's see what we find. Okay. Alright, so here's a good example. Unfortunately, this one was unstable. So on the outside, if I see this growth, it's a good indicator of old stock, old fire agate. This was dug up 30 to 40 years ago and reburied. So because of erosion, acid rain, everything else that comes through, it wears away a lot of the rock on the outside, so it flakes off pretty easily, and then the agate underneath is there. But sometimes if there's any instabilities, then they will separate. I sure would like to find the other side of this, so I'm just going to set it aside just in case, because that happens. And let's see. Alright, same rock. Alright, there's a thick, dark agate layer. Ooh. It's the same thing on the outside. On one of the sides, it's that same brilliant color. Oof. This is a good sized stone too. So I know it has green, orange, pink, purple. It's got enough where it's going to be at least high grade. I don't actually mix my rocks back up and then go through them unless I have to. I like going through the rocks, but it is a little tedious. I go through each stone by hand. I want to make sure that if I say it's high grade, it's high grade. That it's got enough of an agate field to be worthwhile. I got really lucky. That's pretty. Okay, this is a stacker. You can see how it's got multiple layers. It's been stacked. And it's got that old chalcedony. Oh, there's a color bar there. It's pretty faint. There's some ghost color, but there's some darker color. Since it's not really evident, this is going to be mid to choice grade. But I believe this might have some really amazing color. Let's see. It's still got some really pretty brown in there. And it's got this stacking on the outside. This has just been, yeah. For me, a lot of times when I've seen this, it's when I've hit some of the best color. I'll put a link to our mid to choice grade in here because you're gonna love it if you get some. If you haven't tried it yet, it's worthwhile. It was running low. It's probably been our top seller. Wow. Look at that. It's probably got, oh, it's a wide one too. There we go. Ooh, that is some high grade. Look at that. Pink, green, orange, red, and it's a big one. Oof. A lot of this is an older collection. That's what it looks like. So there's gonna be some of this where it's the black rock that not everybody likes. I love this stuff, but you have to just slowly grind through. It's a lot like, okay, it's very similar to grinding opal. Potch has those layers you have to grind down till you see the color. Well, it's the same thing but with agate. So instead of a hardness of 4 or 5, you're talking about a hardness of about 6.5. Some of these are just stunning. Like this, just, it's a beautiful stone. They've got these really pretty dog tooth crystals on the outside. Oh, just are really pretty formations. Common opal layers. And then, let's see. That is that black rock. Stacked, medium to choice though. I saw some in here, and we got lucky. It's a cloudy day. See, nice trees are blooming. And we have a cloudy day. The fire agate tree is coming in. You have to check and see what we got. But for now, we had to get some through the mail. It's terrible. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Life is so hard. Let's see, medium to choice. So some people are going to be rocking some really new, cool old mine stuff. Yeah, I can see the evidence now on the outside, and in certain light it's not going to show up. That's why I was lucky. It's a rainy day, or it's ready to rain, but these colors are right on the top. They're metallic. It's right underneath that host rock, and all this host rock has eroded away naturally, so you'll be able to flake it off with a screwdriver or a little, you can pry it off, grind it off, and you'll have easy access to this color. Again, mid to choice. Oof. Yep. So, like with this one, that's obviously got these beautiful colors, and that's all stacked throughout the black rock. This one's still about, let's see, that's about 12, 14 millimeters by 5 millimeters by 3 to 5 millimeters. Excuse me. This one could still be finished, and this might be some really nice high grade, but excuse me, but that actually becomes mid to choice. I do love those tops. That common opal layer, crazy. I didn't stack the deck. Oh my gosh, there's another one of those. Look at those. And the unfortunate part is, look at this. Because of this, I'm always at odds with where does it go? Where does it go? Is this commercial grade? Because there's really no rock. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, you could always put a little bit of resin or epoxy right there, and maybe it'll just, I don't know, maybe that's an experiment I could give a shot to. But otherwise, do I even put it in mid to choice grade? If you have any ideas, leave them in the comments. Normally I've just been putting them in commercial grade, but I think I'm going to try to do some resin epoxy, see how it works. Ah, yes. Gosh. It may not look like a whole bunch. I can see that stacked. Oh, look at that. That stacked glass-like layer of agate. This super, super white milky layer. And that super black layer that you can't even really see anything in or anything of. I'm going to put this one in my pocket because that's an amazing rock. It doesn't look like it on the outside, but I know on the inside that's going to be something else. Oh, look at that. This one's stacked. Beautiful layers. Ooh. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So far, one note of green. Looks like you can get multiple stones out of the same one. But it's got a fair amount of host rock, so mid to choice. This one has some crazy potential, but a lot of people are adverse to carving this black rock because they just don't see the color. So that might be. Oh no! Stay with my rabbits. Okay, we got a lot of birds of prey around here. I think I'm going to try carving this one, just or windowing it, just to kind of show what this black rock has the potential to be. Anyway, grading rocks today. I enjoy it. It's fun. I thought you might enjoy it as well. It's a nice stacker. Could have some pretty colors. Mid to choice. And we'll also put a link so you can get it off of our website. Oof, beautiful. Look at that. And it is cheaper on our website, the fireagatemark.com. Look at that red right on the top. So you can make multiple stones. I mean, you could skin the rest of that off, cut that away. I mean, it's got a lot of possibilities. Stacker, beautifully colored, mid to choice. Anyway, I'll put up the links. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody who's clicked like and subscribe over the years, who supported us and leaves comments. That milky white, this is going to be really, really nice. You could I'm guessing some popped off. They saw a color, so they just trimmed the rest of it away. And I got the tail, but that means that some of that color could still be right in there. So mid-choice. I'm going to be mixing this back in with the other fire agate we have, because I don't want to sell all black rock. Ooh, beautiful. So, well, I'll think it over. I don't want to sell all black rock, and if you don't like it, then let us know. We'll try to keep it out of there for the most part. I'm into choice. That's the thing too, is I know it's a little bit more of a struggle to find it, to access that color. So because of that reasoning, I again tend to err in favor of the customer. That is just beautiful. Look at that. There's some really pretty colors on the outside. It's deeply stacked. It's got all this really beautiful chalcedony, this growth, all this natural formations, this natural common opal. Looks like some sulfur and magnetite. Let's see. Dogtooth calcite. Oof, this one, that's beautiful. Yeah, sometimes they're hard to cut open. Like, yeah, I think that's going to be an amazing rock, but I mean, I can see it as an amazing rock, but sometimes it's hard to just cut that away. This one's a little on the big side. But I think I would be happy with it. No, actually, I know I'd be happy with this. Look at that. You can see the colors just poking out. Submit a choice because of the size. If you like bigger rocks, you can order a couple parcels and let us know. And we'll throw some bigger ones in there. All right. Well, thank you so much. You have a beautiful... Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. I do love rocks. You have a beautiful evening. Let's see you again soon. Take care.